Hello, and thank you for your interest in the 50 caliber fondue pot from AmmoBoxCreations.com. When you're ready to use your fondue pot, you'll want to open the box and remove the parts. First is the fuel tray, then the shelf, then the fuel can, and finally the fondue pan. The first thing you'll want to install is the fuel tray. The reason this is necessary is the 50 caliber can has a bump that runs the length of the bottom, and we don't want the fuel resting on an unstable surface. So we'll install the fuel tray just in front of the access door. Next, we'll install the shelf, which hooks over the edges. Finally, the fondue pan. The 50 caliber fondue pot is designed to make the most efficient use of these pink gelled alcohol fuel cans. As such, you can think of the fondue pot as having two modes of operation, one for cooking and another for keeping your fondue warm. When making these adjustments, I'd suggest using a set of needle nose pliers, just to make sure you don't end up burning yourself. My favorite recipe for a simple cheese fondue begins with 2/3 of a cup of milk, a tablespoon of flour, a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and a half a teaspoon of curry powder. With my ingredients pretty well mixed, it's time to install the fuel can and light it with either a match or a lighter through the access door. This fuel burns very cleanly, so it may be difficult to see a flame, but it doesn't take long to realize that it's burning. It's now time to carefully install the fondue pan and start cooking. I've been slowly stirring and cooking these ingredients for about 8 minutes now, and they're almost ready to boil. So now it's time to slowly start adding 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. With all of the cheese now melted, it's time to partially dampen the flame so that we keep the fondue warm without burning it. As I mentioned before, you may want to use a set of needle nose pliers just to make sure you don't burn yourself. You may choose to cover your fondue just to help keep it warm. The shelf should be warm to the touch. That'll keep the bread warm. Now you're ready for the best part. Now that you're finished, use the needle nose pliers to completely extinguish the flame. Thanks again for your interest in AmmoBoxCreations.com. I hope you have a great day.